Montana is about expansive grasslands, majestic forests, and wild, free-flowing rivers. But it's also about the people who live, work, and play here. These are the elements that make up Montana's true nature, a nature upon which we all depend. The Nature Conservancy's More Montana campaign is an ambitious effort to raise funds for conservation solutions and scientific research. The campaign will protect the most important natural places in Montana.
The northern Great Plains are one of the last large intact grasslands left in the world. Many of the species that call the grassland home need large tracts of intact space. We're losing grasslands at a rate to scale about twice of what we're losing the Amazon at. The grasslands are an extremely resilient ecosystem, but they cannot come back once they've been plowed. And so we really want to keep that in native grasses.
Historically, fires created a real mosaic of forest age classes and tree sizes. 100 years of fire suppression and extensive timber harvest has really changed the structure of the forest, and there's much more continuous cover of dense young forests. That's a challenge because it creates opportunities for wildfire to sweep through the landscape at high severity and in large patches. We have an opportunity right now and a need to do some work and recover some of that lost forest structure.
Rivers are the lifeblood of Montana. A severe drought can put farms and ranches out of business, cause a fish population to collapse, and cause problems that we can't recover from for years. The wetlands, floodplains, and beaver complexes, they're like a big sponge that hold that water from the spring, and then all that water comes back into the stream later in the year when it's drier, when we need it the most.
So much of what we take for granted out here is really threatened if we don't support in a comprehensive and science-based way the work that we're doing.
Our future needs more Montana. We have a window of opportunity to make a difference on the landscape for the benefit of wildlife and people. The Nature Conservancy Montana is working to raise $40 million in private funds for conservation. We will triple that impact by partnering with state and federal agencies and other sources. That's $120 million to ensure the future includes more Montana.
I chose to become involved with the Nature Conservancy because I believe as an organization it has great strengths. We look for innovative ways to solve the problems that we're finding in nature to really make a difference.
The Grass Bank is a tool that the Nature Conservancy uses to expand our conservation footprint in the northern Great Plains. We lease grass to ranchers in the area, and in return for a reduced rate for their grazing, we get conservation practices done on their private ranches.
With a changing climate, we need to make sure that there's habitat for threatened species such as Canada lynx. And we're using our landscape as a living laboratory to test novel thinning approaches that will help meet those objectives.
We're working with local landowners to allow rivers to flood out beyond their banks and soak that water deep into the soils and effectively store that water. We're working to restore beaver, or in some cases, mimicking beaver, to restore floodplain connectivity in the trees and shrubs that beavers depend on.
The Nature Conservancy has been a leader in grasslands conservation in Montana, and we have made a lot of progress, but there is still more work to do.
If we're able to do this work at scale, we're promoting great wildlife habitat, we're increasing the resilience of the forest to disturbances like wildfire, and also increasing future economic opportunities for the surrounding community.
These rivers sustain the communities and the nature that we care about, but we have to keep them full of water. What we're doing is working, we just need to do more of it.
For more than 4 decades, the Nature Conservancy has been dedicated to protecting Montana's lands and waters. Through collaboration and creativity, we're delivering conservation outcomes that stand the test of time. To date, we've conserved over 1.2 million acres of land. More Montana is our opportunity to leave a legacy for nature and people to thrive together. We invite you to join us.